What's going on, you guys? It is Isaac. Today I'm going to be doing a video. Whoa. Okay, God was watching over me. Today I'm going to do a video of every substance or drug I have tried. And before I get to this video started, I just want to say a few things. It will be really quick, and then I'll get straight to the point. One, I don't condone the use of drugs. Do not do drugs. Do not do pills. Only thing I would ever recommend you ever do if you're of age is smoke weed or occasionally drink alcohol. Other than that, do not do any drugs. Do not have this video try to encourage you to do anything. Please do not do drugs. And I also want to clarify that I wanted to make this video before, but I didn't, because I didn't want people to judge me or look at me as a druggie or some shit. The only reason I'm making this video is because I wanted to in the past, and someone said I should do it, so I'm like, why not? Someone wants me to, so I will do it. Please don't judge me off this video and have the substances I have tried just have an image on me that I'm a druggie or a bad person or anything like that. And also, I do not do any drugs anymore at all. I only smoke weed, and yes, that's a drug, but that's all I do. It's not gonna hurt me. The only thing I do is smoke weed. I barely even drink. I haven't drank in months. All I do is smoke weed. So yeah, hopefully you guys don't judge me off this video or look at me as a druggie, because I do not do drugs anymore. So anyways, hopefully you guys can have an open mind, and if you're gonna judge me, just click off this video and leave a dislike. I don't want you on my channel. So let's just get straight into this. And the first thing I'm going to discuss, the first three things are very common drugs that we do, but there's a lot on this list, sadly, and I am not happy to admit that. This is a little embarrassing to make a video about because I don't want people to judge me, as I said, but I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just going to make it to educate y'all, or if you're curious of what I've done, just to tell you. And I'm going to tell you every drug and a little backstory of them. So let's just get straight into it. So the first thing is nicotine. I've smoked cigarettes, vapes, cigars, Black and Milds, etc. I'm not a big fan of cigarettes at all. I hate cigarettes. I don't like Black and Milds. I prefer Black and Milds over cigarettes. I know y'all are going to judge me. I don't like Black and Milds. I don't like cigarettes. I don't like cigars. I do not like tobacco, but I do like vapes. But I quit vapes for like 5 months now. So that's good. Weed, obviously I've smoked carts, edibles, moon rocks, everything like that. The only thing I haven't really done is dabbed. Sadly, I've smoked in every way: blunts, bowls, joints, basically every way. Alcohol, obviously I've drank a couple times, a lot of times actually. I'm not too big of a fan of drinking though, like most people. I'm not a big fan of getting drunk. It's like a special occasion for me, like a party thing. And now this is into the hard stuff, so disclaimer, don't do any of this stuff I'm about to talk about this below this. Don't even do alcohol, weed, or nicotine unless you really want to. Xanax. Now, I've done Xanax a few times. I've done real Xanax, I've done fake Xanax, and I'll get into the fake Xanax part in a second. But I've had a few experiences with Xanax. One of the first times I did Xanax, I popped like 2 or 3 bars. I think it was 3, because there were 6 footballs and a Sprite. I've already done a video about this, called Taking 3 Xanax Story Time with Isabel. Isabel didn't take them, by the way, gotta clarify. She was just in the story. But that was one of the highest I've ever been, and I really like Xanax personally. Do not do Xanax. I'm not saying I like them as in do them or try them out. Do not do them. A lot of pills are enjoyable. That's why they're terrible. They will ruin your life. So do not fuck with pills. Never. Don't even try them once. Next is Valium. I did Valium in school. I did like half a pill of Valium, and I'm going to be honest, Valium sucks dick. At least the doses I did. It only made me feel like I smoked weed, and that's about it. So yeah. Next up is Adderall. Now, I really like Adderall too. When I say I like these pills, don't go out and do them. Do not do them. They will ruin your life. Just because they feel good doesn't mean the after effects are terrible, the addiction is terrible. You do not want to do pills. Adderall, I've done a handful of times. I'll just do a very small dosage, and it just makes me feel really confident, really like egotistical, like yeah, I'm the shit. Like I can have I'm very antisocial, and if I'm on Adderall, I could have a conversation with any person ever and feel confident as shit. I've met people that way too. I've had friends in the past I met just because I was on Adderall and I wanted to talk to somebody, so I just sat down at their table and just started a conversation. Now, if you're antisocial, do not do Adderall. You will likely become addicted. If I say I enjoy a drug, don't go out there and do it. There's many terrible side effects to all of these drugs I'm discussing, mainly the pills though. And then perks. I've done perks, and I'm sad to admit it, but I've only done them like once, and the time I did, it was like a 10 milligram pill, and I scraped off the tiniest little speck of perk, and I put it in my mouth, and I chewed it, and it made me high, which is scary, because it was literally like a little speck, just a tiny little speck, and it made me high, which, yeah, don't do perks, that shit kills. Ambien, I have another story about this. The highest I've ever been, I was tripping off it. I took 4 on accident when I meant to do 3, because I was so high I forgot I did the third one. Scary shit, makes you trip, but terrible drug. And then I've done random pills. Random pills I found around the house. I just took them because I read they increased the high of weed, so I took them. Never do that. I was at a bad state of my life when I did that stuff. I don't do that anymore. Don't worry, guys. And then I'm going through this really fast, so sorry for talking super fast. I just don't need to go into depth about all of them because it would be a long ass video. I've done lean like 3 times. I'm not a huge fan of lean because you have to drink too much of it. At least I think too much to get high. I've done it like 3 different times. I like the taste. I think the way it feels is decent, but for the money, it is not worth it at all. And you have to drink a decent amount, at least I did, to get high. And the high isn't even that great. You just feel like a little floaty, but maybe you guys disagree. I've done half a tab of acid. I've never done more than half a tab. I did half a tab once. And to me, that obviously isn't the full experience of tripping. I know you guys are going to talk shit. Everyone who's tripped is like, what's the point of half a tab? I took half a tab and I faced the joint, and let me just tell you, I was chilling until I faced the joint, and I was still chilling. I didn't like tweak or anything. I was just super fucked up. Like, I was chilling there listening to vibey Post Malone music, because you know, if you guys done acid, you know you can't listen to some hard ass drill music. You need some vibey, chill, calm down music. Just need shit that's mellow and chill, at least for me. So I was chilling out half the tab. I looked outside. I didn't really have visuals, just everything was like wavy. Everything was more saturated and colorful. And there, my friend that I was with started tweaking, like he wasn't having a good time for a little bit. So that made me kind of a little paranoid, but I was just like, you're good, Isaac. You're good. So I was about to like start tweaking for like 5 seconds, and I just calmed myself down. I was like, you're good. And I stayed up till like 4 in the morning off these. I took them around like 7 p.m. So yeah, it made me stay up, but I wasn't like tripping. I was just like having a little slight trip. So I'm not trying to claim I had a full trip. I know I didn't. I know I didn't have the whole experience. And then I've done fake Molly twice. And you're like, what, bitch? You done fake Molly? How are you not dead? Okay, I did Molly once. That didn't do absolutely anything to me. It was just like some little capsule. I don't even know what it was. It was probably like a fucking caffeine pill. It was probably like a vitamin. It didn't even look like Molly. I just bought it from someone, and I took it, which is fucking retarded. This is why I don't like pills either. You don't know what's in your pills. And then another time I took it, and it did make me high, but it felt like a very weak Adderall dosage. It was not Molly. It was just like a very weak Adderall or something like that. I don't know. Don't do pills, guys. Do not. And then the next one is cough syrup, like at home, DMX. I've done this. I chugged like half a bottle, and that literally just made me feel drunk. And it was pretty enjoyable, but I only did it once. I would never do it again. Disgusting, chugging half a bottle. And it just makes you feel like drunk. So just get drunk, guys. Healthier, easier. I know I'm saying drinking is healthier. I don't mean drink a lot. Drink in moderation, guys. I sound like a fucking teacher. I just don't want to promote this shit on any of you guys. But if you're gonna do it, it's your life, your choice. I don't think some random ass 17-year-old on YouTube is gonna encourage you to fucking do drugs. But if it does, you need to just reevaluate and self-reflect. The next one is Benadryl, and I've had a lot of friends tell me they gotten high shit off Benadryl. And let me just tell you, the first time I did Benadryl, this is terrible. I was like 14 years old, 13 years old. I took a whole box. Of them. And I don't remember shit. I've had friends tell me they've tripped off Benadryl. They've had crazy, scary experiences. And all the high stories I've heard from Benadryl are not good. And I do not remember being high at all. I just remember taking them, and that's all. And then I've done Benadryl where I've taken like 6. And it's gotten me a little high, but it's not enjoyable. It just gets you tired. It makes you crash. I do not like Benadryl at all. It's not enjoyable. I would never touch it again. Or pills. I would never touch pills again either. I just spit. Sorry if you saw that on the camera. Next one up is Kratom. I took Kratom a few times. Kratom is a legal drug. It didn't really do shit for me. It's supposed to be like a little stimulant or a pick-me-up. I'm not really sure. It helps a lot with heroin withdrawals, which is great. But I personally would never do it again, or any other pill. But I didn't get any effect off Kratom at all. The next one is these are pills I was prescribed. So when I was a little kid, I was like 9, I was prescribed Ritalin because I had ADHD. I didn't actually have it. They just misdiagnosed me. So they gave me Ritalin. And I was a little kid, and this shit made me high as hell. I was like really giving and happy, and like, I need to give this person a present. I need to do this. I'm so jolly. I need to be giving. And then the crash would happen, the Ritalin crash. I fucking hate Ritalin. I would literally start crying for no reason at all, just super depressed. My life would just go like, yay, and then no, just fucking crash. Depression, crying over nothing at all. I remember I was going to play basketball with my brother, and the court was closed, so I started bawling because we couldn't play basketball. I don't even like playing basketball like that. I just started crying over everything. And then my parents realized this shit is terrible for him. It's just making him high. It's just making him depressed. So they immediately took me off of it. Thank God. Fuck Ritalin. The next one is Effexor. This was for my anxiety and depression. This shit I didn't like either. It's a relatively new drug, I'm pretty sure, and I took it for my anxiety and depression, and it did help a little bit, but the way it helped wasn't the way I wanted to at all. It would make me feel like a zombie. No, this is what happened. It made me feel drunk when I was on it, and they wanted to up my dosage, and I already didn't like it because it would make me feel drunk. I met one of my best friends off of Effexor because he thought I was drunk in class because I was just wilding because this medication just didn't make me give a fuck, which isn't good. And then when I quit it, I was only on like 50 milligrams, and even when I quit it, I had bad withdrawals for like 2 weeks. Not like super bad withdrawals, like a hard drug. I just felt really out of it. I couldn't think well, and I felt like a zombie for like 3 weeks. I just felt terrible for like 3 weeks. And then, yeah, I just quit it cold turkey, which isn't too smart, but I didn't like it at all. And now I don't take medication because I don't like medication. I don't like pills. I don't like anything like that. So if you guys are thinking about doing drugs, smoke weed. Don't do anything else. I don't encourage you guys to even smoke weed. If you guys want to smoke weed, it's your choice. I do not condone the use of drugs. I do not want you guys to judge me off this video. I'm doing this if you guys are curious of what I've done, I'm doing this to educate you on my experiences of these drugs, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Do not go out there and do drugs, guys. Do not. Anyways, I'm sorry, there's a big ass truck going by. You can probably hear it because it's loud as fuck. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. Oh, I'm playing. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.